All right, here we are. A little recap from Lake Champlain. That's right, not the greatest event for me, but we caught some fish. We caught some fish the first day, green and brown. Just go ahead and preface this. There's some road noise. We're here getting ready for the next Elite Series event here on St. Lawrence. Might be a little road noise. Apologize. I'll try to talk loudly. I think the neighbor is trying to cut his grass, so nothing ever works out, but that's okay. We're going to give you the goods anyway. Let me walk you through practice. In practice, I probably was about 70% smallmouth, and then, you know, had some largemouth stuff I wanted to try. The water was really high. Water was 4 feet higher than 2 years ago when we fished at Lake Champlain. So I thought largemouth were going to play more than they did. Some guys weighed some decent bags. So I had one stretch that I was catching some fish. I caught some like real fast on a chatterbait, and I thought I could go catch decent bag. I caught one about 4 3/4 in practice, so I thought that was going to play. The rest of practice, I rotated through about every bait you could think of on a drop shot, some jig head stuff, and drop shot really was the best deal for me in practice. So first day, I run up to my largemouth stuff, and the water had some stain to it. In practice, they were really mowing that chatterbait down. And all of a sudden I get up there and I said, whoa, this water cleared up a bunch. And so I did an adjustment, and instead of throwing the chatterbait, I threw the chatterbait, didn't get bit, changed color chatterbait, didn't matter. So then I picked up the top water, and I had the spray. This is the new Spro Walking Haint. I think it's a 120. I mean, it's a pretty good size, 125 actually. It's a pretty good size topwater walking bait. That thing walks amazing. Had it on 50-pound Sunline X Plasma. I love that for topwaters. And of course, had it on my Cashin Icon. 7-foot medium heavy rod, and then the Daiwa Zillion. You can throw that thing a zillion miles. The SVTW 7-to-1 gear ratio is what I had. And I replaced that with Gamakatsu #2 trebles on there, and I had the G Finesse treble that you can see right there, that G Finesse treble with the feathers built in. But I threw that thing and was just walking it along these little hard lines in the Missisquoi River. It actually is where I was. So I started off with a 3 3/4, pretty good start. Then I lost one that was a little bit bigger than that, a 4, low 4. Came off, that fish came off, and then a 2 1/4 ate it before I even could pull my bait in. Kind of weird, crazy situation there. But then I caught another 3-pounder, and I said I had those 3, and then the bite kind of died off. So then I packed up, ran back, and kind of bounced all over, fishing for smallmouth, catching 1 or 2 here and there. And the #1 deal for me, hands down, was the Missile Baits Bomb Shot in Fishalicious. Had the Gamakatsu #2 TWG Octopus hook. I love that little hook for when you're nose hooking. Had that on 7-pound Sunline Sniper leader, about a 20-foot leader. My weight broke off it when I was in the truck there, but it had a 3/8 ounce sinker, tungsten sinker on there. Actually, a Spro tungsten sinker, and Daiwa Zillion ballistic. Big fan of that reel right there. That's a 2500, 7-pound, about a 20-foot leader of the 7-pound FG knot into. This is the D braid. That is a really good braid. It's a JDM, or Japanese domestic market braid. They're actually not going to make it anymore, so I'm going to be transitioning over to another line, the AMZ, which is amazing. I don't know, AMZ does not stand for amazing, but it is. I'll tell you about that here in just a jiffy. But I had that on. It had 13-pound there, that 7-pound leader, and of course the Cashin John Cruz drop shot rod, 7'4", super soft tip, perfect for drop shotting. Caught a gazillion fish on that rod. Not that exact rod, but the model. They're all the same, all the drop shot ones. But then the other one that I mixed in, I was actually throwing I rotated through about everything I could think of. But the other bait over the smallmouth course was I had a Gamakatsu G Finesse Stinger, It has a little barb on it that was put on there by my buddy Eddie Lochran, and then had a the deal colored the Z-Man 4-inch shad, the old Stretcherooski. I like it because it floats, and it's just like kind of an in-between size that we don't have. We've got the spunk shads, but the spunk shad is a little fatter, and I was looking for something a little slimmer and something that would kind of hold itself up. So I had a little bit longer leader, and then there's that Spro drop shot sinker I was talking about, the tungsten one. That's a 1/2 ounce. I was using 3/8 on the other. That's a 1/2 ounce, and had that on 8-pound Sunline Sniper leader. And then I had that to the 12-pound new Sunline AMZ braid. That stuff is phenomenal. I'm talking like silky smooth. You can't even hear it going through your guides. Ties great knots. I have not found a flaw with it yet. And then again, that Daiwa ballistic reel. So that was the combo there that I ended up catching most of the fish on. I mean, I tried a ton of other stuff, jerk baits, other baits. I tried the spin john. Threw the chatterbait a good bit. Actually, I caught one good keeper during the tournament on this little contraption. This is a Ned ball head that I smashed the side flat and stuck an eyeball on it, so it looked like a little minnow. And then there's a Ned bomb that I stuck on that, and I did vertical with the tail, and I actually caught some in practice on it. I thought that was really going to be a deal. I really thought that was going to be a deal. But I did catch one keeper on it. It wasn't a huge one, it was like maybe a 3-pounder. But that was on 8-pound Sunline Sniper, 12-pound of the X Plasma, the green. Still have some of that. Don't have all that. Don't have any more AMZ. I will definitely switch over to that. But then had that on a ballistic 3000, 7-foot 3-inch cashin spinning rod there. But I had a terrible tournament. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. We'll talk more about it in my blog video that we'll do, showing you all the action from the event. But I think it was my second worst Elite Series event ever, which is a horrible way to kind of like, I was on the classic bubble there, and then I just totally whizzed it away. And then, as you can see, my week's it's not over yet, I guess, because now this guy over here, you can see him right there. He's trying to cut his grass while I'm filming. Of course, why not? Why wouldn't you do that? Just the timing is crazy, but things are going to turn around, and I'm going to try to keep my head up and get ready for St. Lawrence River here this coming week. So we'll keep my fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll finish with a strong event. Thanks you guys for watching. Drop questions down as always. Thank you guys for watching.